Today we are going to start a chapter 4 which is there in the CBSE curriculum as well as in the NCERT. The name of the chapter is Cloud Computing and Parallel Computing. Let us see the video in detail. First of all, when we hear the term called cloud computing, we just have one concept in our mind, that is it allows the user to store the data on the some other computer which is called as remote computer. But let me make you very clear that cloud computing is not just restricted to storing your data or files or your videos. It is much more than storing the data. It offers so many other facilities. What does it offers? It offers allow you to use the hardware platform as well. The companies who are willing to use the hardware resources, who wish to grow their business but are not having the hardware platform, they can also use the cloud computing. It also offers the whole infrastructure ready for you. If I have enough financial money with me but I am not so technically sound to in build all these things, what I will do is I will simply go for cloud computing. Not only this, it also offers all the ready-made applications to you. There are so many ready-made applications such as customer relationship management, email facilities, web conferencing. Today, due to lockdown, there are so many conferencing happening on the web. These all features are included in cloud computing. So just remove the concept of out of your mind that it is restricted only to storing or backing up your data. Then it also includes your private and public networking, which is coming ahead, which is known as LAN, WAN and VPN. VPN stands for virtual private networking. Where do we use the cloud computing? The certain usages includes creating the new apps and as services. As I told that it is not just limited to storing your data, but using the cloud computing, the user can create many new apps and the new services for the organization. Secondly, as everybody is familiar with, it allows you to store and time and being. You can recover or take the backup of your data. Third, it allows the user to host the website and create your own blogs also. User can stream the videos and audios. Not only that, the user can deliver the softwares on demand whenever the companies demand that I need this particular software. So even the software facility is available on the cloud computing. And at last, user can analyze lot of data using the patterns which is in the field of artificial intelligence. Based on the patterns, user can make the predictions, like what happens in the search engine. Whatever user has used the search criteria, computer will keep that pattern as your last history records, and based on this patterns which you have taken, the computer helps you to take the future decision. That is where the artificial intelligence plays its roles. There also we use cloud computing. So what I try to say is cloud computing offers you the platform independency. Totally you are free from establishing your whole computer system. You are completely free of it. Why? Because you are not installing any software in your computer at all the ready-made softwares are directly coming from the cloud computing. So all you need to do is simply make use of all these applications ready in your mobile and start doing the collaborative work, rather than installing all the hundreds of employees are there in an organization. You don't have to install the softwares in all these 100 computers. You just take the use of cloud computing, install in one of them, and just using that, all the employees will be using those softwares. This way we reduce the cost of installation of the software also. Now when we talk about the working model of the cloud computing, it is divided into three different kinds of deployment models. One is called as public cloud, second is called as private cloud. The downside, which is written as hybrid, it is a mix of the above two. When you use the few features of public and few features of private, when these two mix, it becomes the hybrid. The detailed explanation is coming ahead. And the fourth one is called as community cloud. These are the four types of cloud computing available in the today's. And when we talk about the services, what services it is offering, it is offering the three type of services. One is called as IaaS, full form is infrastructure as a service. Second is called as PaaS, PaaS as a service. And third one is called as SaaS, software as a services. Let us see in detail each one of them so that you get a detailed idea of it. The first one, which is called as the public cloud, in this case, as the word says public, the public cloud computing is general and open for each one of us, which means it is not dedicated to any one particular person. When we use the public cloud computing, there is one server which is divided among so many users. In this case, one server will be equally shared by multiple users. In case of second one, which we called as private cloud, it will be dedicated to only one private organization. If an organization wishes to make a cloud computing for only its own employee, it can go for private cloud computing. But when you go for private, it becomes little bit costly. The cost budgeting will in. Next one, which is community cloud, it is for the group of organizations. There is already one private cloud for one organization. Second, there is another organization which is again having a private cloud for another company. Company 1 private cloud, second company private cloud 2. When this 3-4 private clouds collectively join together to make again a group of organizations, we call it as the community clouds. This is what happens when 3-4 companies work in the collaboration. When companies collaborate, like right now the two mobile companies are working together, Airtel and Idea. Idea already has a private cloud, Vodafone already has its private cloud. These two companies, in case if they merge, we get a community. And the last one is hybrid cloud computing. Suppose if the few data of an employee is lying in the public cloud computing and there is certain data lying in the private, my personal data which is lying in the public cloud computing, and at the same time there is some job data which is specially meant for my organization which is there in the private cloud computing. When I need few data from my public cloud computing and few data from my organization which is coming from the private cloud computing, that time the user has to keep shuffling from public to private, private to public. This will create the disturbance in the speed also, and the user has to waste lot of time. So to come out of this, what we will do is we will rather than shifting from private to public, public to private, we will create a third and the last called hybrid, which will not be shuffling from private to public, public to private. Rather, it is already using the combined features of both public also as well as private also. These are the 4 types of cloud computing. Now these are the various working models which comes under the cloud computing. What is this working model? When we say the working model, we mean to say what are the services or what functions, what features you will be offered by this. When I am using the software as a service, if I am using the platform as a service, or if I am using the last one, infrastructure as a services, in detail the description is given. Let us see them. And here in the detailed description about the private cloud computing things are there. The private cloud computing is the storage mechanism which is used by the in-house data storage, and as I said, it is not publicly accessible by only one person, but it is meant for everybody in general. The another one which is called as public, which is storing your online data, which everybody today is using. And the advantage part will be, in case if you lose your data due to disaster management. Few years back there was a flood happened. During that flood time, lot of bank statements and all these things were lost, only because the things were there in the backup storage. The recovery part was available thanks to all these cloud computing facilities and these things. So when the things are available in the cloud computing, you can just archive them back. And what you are supposed to do is, because you are using the public facility, you have to pay a certain nominal amount to them in terms of the gigabyte per month. That depends upon the service which you are using. It may vary from one cloud to another cloud. The amount is not fixed. As per the service provider which you use, the charges will vary. Downside, as you can see, there is one line written: the provider is responsible for building and maintaining the storage infrastructure. Because you are storing lot of data, they have to look after the storage facility, and they will make sure that their backup facility, the storage, and all this is much more faster and efficient as compared to our normal computer. Our normal computer doesn't have all this backup too much good and strong, but their computer is so much powerful that they can claim and say very proudly, yes, your data is 100% safe and secure with us. Also, they look after the power and cooling and server maintenance, because even your single CPU which you are using as a standalone computer is having a CPU fan fit inside it, because the computer when used continuously gets heated up. So when millions of users are using a same server, as I said, in the public cloud computing, there is only one server dedicated to all the users. When so many users get connected, of course the issues of power failure, the server getting heated up, all these questions will arise. So they are supposed to look after that the power doesn't crashes, the computer is always kept in the cool condition, and the server is maintained in the proper condition. All this is responsibility of the cloud computing. And as I said, when we talk about the hybrid computer, it is the mix of both the public and the private, which is by said among the two. When you take some features of public and when you take few features of private, it becomes your hybrid. When computing and processing demand fluctuates, the hybrid cloud computing gives business the ability to seamlessly scale on their business premises without giving the third party the data centers access to the entirely of their data. This is the benefit, that you don't have to hire any third party. Directly the hybrid computer will make sure that the two parties, your private data server and the public data server, between these two, the hybrid computer is completely securing the data and keeping it safe and secure. The parallel computing concept is necessary to understand, because when we use the cloud computing, there are so many computers responsible to make this task possible, because there are millions of computers connected to your computers. It is not possible for one single CPU to look after all this task. So as we have learned in the mathematics, parallel means side by side you find two lines going on. This is what is in the mathematics called as. Same concept is here also followed. Parallel means rather than using one computer, you are using multiple computers together And when multiple computers are working together, what do? We divide our workload into more than one computer, as already there is one processor in one CPU. Already one CPU is having one processor, and when you install multiple CPU, there will be of course multiple processors, and among the task, when the workload gets divided, the work coming out will be of course in a short time period, the efficient result will be generated. That is the parallel computing means simultaneously the multiple tasks are going on. And where do we generally prefer it? We prefer it in the supercomputers, and supercomputers are used in the weather forecasting, scientific research, and all this. Now, in the cloud computing, as I was telling, that it offers three kinds of facilities. IaaS, which stands for infrastructure as a service. What does it offers? When we use the word infrastructure, we mean to say we are using everything. In the infrastructure part, we will provide, the cloud computer will provide you everything, right from the layout of your business to the computers to the hardware part, everything they will provide. So first benefit we are getting is it is highly flexible and highly scalable. When we say the flexibility part is, you don't have to bother for anything at all, because the entire infrastructure is ready made coming for you. And when we say scalable, we mean to say as and when there are new employees adding in your organization, tomorrow your organization grows up from 100 employees to 150 employees, and you need to scale your organization, you don't have to take the headache at all. You can easily expand your network. That is first benefit. Second, it is accessible by multiple users. You set up only one time, and when the number of employees will increase from 100 to 150, you don't have to make the new setup for this 50 employees again. The number of employees adding automatically for them also, this infrastructure will be available. And third, it is cost effective, because you don't have to keep setting up the infrastructure and again. It is cost effective. And when do we use it? As I said, it is preferable for all the businessmen who needs to give the full control to their organization. They can make use of it. The one who don't have the business knowledge of IT, the one who are not having all this physical knowledge, as it is becoming the least common to invest in the physical hardware and infrastructure, choosing IaaS is better the alternative. Today we know that every now and then the old hardware are getting out of date, and you find the new hardware coming into the market. Any new mobile, any new computer today you will buy, it will be latest, and after 1 or 2 years you will find it out of date. So that is why we don't take the risk of buying any new computers of the latest technology also, because the latest which is called today, after 2 days it will be outdated. So better to take the facility of cloud computing, and it is their responsibility to keep upgrading as per the latest features. Then second one is called as PaaS, which stands for platform as the service. In that case, what are we provided? We are provided two things. Number one, all the hardware also and all the softwares also, and it is coming over the internet, which means through the internet services you will be provided all these things. And in this case, you will be provided the ready-made softwares. The cloud computing will provide you the softwares, but the team of employees in your organizations are supposed to make the applications. The applications will not come ready made for you, which was in the case of IaaS coming ready made for you. Here the software employers are supposed to be hired. What advantages we get is, the advantages is, as the softwares are ready made coming, only thing left out for you is to just modify the code and start writing the coding part. You don't have to bother for the software installation or the software maintenance part. Straight you sit on the internet and start writing the coding part. That is the next line written. This means the developer doesn't need to start from the scratch while writing the applications, which needs to be extensive, lengthy. The softwares are ready, you write the code and things are done. Again, the benefits are it is accessible by multiple users. Otherwise, what happens, for every employee you have to install one copy in each of the computers, but here it is accessible by multiple users. Again, it is scalable. 50, 30, 20 new employees added, it will be accessible to them also. You don't have to bother for it. And it is built on the virtualization technology. Virtual means close to real but not actually real. That is called as virtualization. And last very important thing is easy to run without the extensive system administration knowledge. That is very much important. At times there are lot of people who know the software coding part very well, but when it comes to administrative part they don't know this thing. So this cloud computing will look after the administrative part. You just learn the coding of the software and you are done with it. Finally, SaaS, SaaS, that is software as a services, is the last one, in which what do you have to do is you don't need to install or run the softwares on your computer. Everything is ready-made coming computer. The softwares will be ready-made available. All you have to do is you have to just log in into your account and you can use them anytime, anywhere. As in my mobile also, if I install it from anytime, anywhere, I can access it through my internet connectivity, and it is available to accessible for every employees through the user login and password. The best part is you don't have to involve any special IT person to download the software on multiple computers, because it is installed in your computers. You just log in into your ID and you start working it. What are the advantages of it? It is available through the internet and it is hosted on the remote computer. It is not there in your own PC, it is there in the remote computer, and in your PC it is accessible by the third party. And again, it is scalable. No matter the employees keep on adding in the organization, it will be available to them. Thank you so much for watching.